Alright, thank you for joining us tonight's broadcast. Greetings. Caught me off guard. Alright, greetings. Brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Hope everything's going. Recording okay. Alright, yeah, that usually takes forever to activate. That was quick. Usually it's like I'm sitting, waiting. Love the live stream. Okay, for today is the Northern Lights is in Norway. And the Arctic Circle energy, so we're going to connect to different various vibrations there. A little bit lighter than what it's been. And I'm worn out too, because it's been pretty heavy the past couple of days. So I need a break also. So the Northern Lights, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You can find on YouTube in areas of interest. That's not the Northern Lights. That is a bunch of other stuff. But this is kind of give you. Now, interesting enough, this is why when I connect to Astral, this is what I see. Something somewhere, a very colorful reality. Just even more colorful than all of this. So, doorway into the astral world, to give you an idea. So, what does that mean? It's those that want to connect to astral. This is something, you know, the colors, the vibrations of all this. You can call it also like a Arcturian vortex, but it's connected to all alien species. But you feel the Arcturian energies are very powerful with that. So you wonder what the Arcturian, you know, what they're doing here is connecting us to other dimensions, other realities. So they're not, Arcturians aren't always really seen that closely, but they're more of the spiritual, fifth dimensional assistants here. They're always in the background usually, but they are helping out. They're not at the dense energies that we're at for various reasons, but they are warning a great deal. Especially when we go through hell, they warn a great deal. So I figure I'll put that out there. The Arctic Circle also is a Palladian vortex. Now, everyone's going to have their own interpretation of it. I thought he was laying down. Maybe not. I don't know what he's doing. So ignore that. Okay, we're not doing too good on showing what that looks like, but that's kind of weird. Yeah, but it's basically the Arctic Circle energies is like, you know, the North Pole is connected to Agartha, and it's not usually a very populated area in those countries around there. Feels a lot of Palladian energies there. Of course, there are a lot of Agarthian energies there, but Palladian vibrations to like a connector or things of that sort. Now, the government energies obviously are in those areas, but where they are the most part is Antarctica. Hey, look, the government. Maybe not. So that's what they look like. Yeah, government and exposed. So yeah, Antarctica is really what I'm feeling is where all the majority of the aliens and everything is. Obviously, not many people are gonna be able to get there for obvious reasons. I think they said John Kerry went to. I think it was like Antarctica somewhere. John Kerry. Antarctica. How bizarre, huh? John Kerry, and this is a while back. John Kerry in Antarctica. So yeah, government. Let's see, government. Antarctica. I don't see anything, huh? I think that's something that's made up, but anyway. So yeah, it's a lot of yeah, John Kerry being in Antarctica is a little bit strange. So either way, a lot of the alien stuff is in Antarctica for the most part. Different vortexes, on and on. So, anyway. Another thing is I was talking about the felines yesterday. Oh, here are the horses, too. I feel the horses have another... They have like a bizarre presence here also. Which is interesting, because I feel like a lot of them are connected to Arcturians, actually. Of course, that's what, you know, when they would say what Arcturian looks like, they have like a horse-like face. Not exactly like that, but their structure of their head is horse-like. It is humanoid, but once again, Arcturian energies are assisting us in human form. So yeah, Arcturians do appear here in different forms, and it feels like the most part is the horse, which makes a lot of sense. So yeah, because Arcturians don't really make them... I wasn't expecting this to be an Arcturian video, but either way. Yeah, because it's... Yeah, obviously they're Palladian horses and Syrian, but it feels like this is mostly an Arcturian presence. With Arcturian horses, obviously there's different species that have their own version of it, but it's definitely helped. I mean, where have you ever had an issue with a horse? For the most part, they've been pretty positive, you know, for the most part, and they've been a big part of our society, as you can see, and on and on. Anytime a statue with a statue of horses by themselves, it seems like that's where the presence is quite it's unique. And all this, apparently this fills up with water and these guys go underwater. It's quite bizarre, but either way, so at least I'll put those energies out there of that something to explore. Let's see if I can bring in somebody to go into more detail. Yeah, it's kind of like a hidden energies. As usual, things don't make any sense, but then again, maybe they do. So as we connect more to our alien selves, the aliens aren't going to be always what we think they are coming from or what they look like. You know, there are horse beings that are humanoid also. What the hell is that? Okay. A horse head that is, well, that's very creative. What the hell is that? And it's in London? Yeah, see, so... Man, can you get more bizarre? I didn't know that even existed. Well, yeah, no, yeah, you learn something every day. What the fuck am I looking at? So, yeah, led us over to a bunch of bizarreness. Yeah, those are real. Yeah. I'm not sure if those are real or not. I think those are statues too. And this, anyway, donkey. Well, anything that's connected to a horse, donkeys, everything, anything a horse-like. I think that's, I don't know what the hell that is, but anyway. So, yeah. That looks nice and normal. I don't know where the hell that is. Somewhere. Giant, I don't know where that is. So as we open up our reality, we'll see more of what's going on here. Yeah, the more you tap into it, the more you're comfortable with, the more we're going to have our awakening, or sooner than later. It's hard to say, of course. If those are new to all this, SlimeTalk.com, we have private sessions throughout the week. Whatever. You have the scheduler here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Or had a channel. Google Hands and channeling by phone. Questions about... I'm on Thursday right now, so it might be Thursday, probably answer on Friday. Same situation here. Other channels and healers I do recommend: Social Network and Insanity. Thank you for your support. Yeah, it's weird. All this is strange and bizarre. I do feel like the aliens are a little bit afraid to even show themselves from various reasons. They're not ready. For now. Basically understand their cultures and energy fields. Let's see. Arcturian energies. Let's see here. One moment. Probably a conscious channel. We'll see. The Northern Lights energies. It is. The Northern Lights connect you to the universe. They connect you to the multiverse. Timelines are everywhere, but timeline energies are very strong there. It's kind of like where the Earth is put together, where it is connecting to the universe. It's one area. There are several others. That one's pretty obvious. It is also for us to realize the spirit world is alive and well, and where we can connect to. Basically, at a higher vibration, you can go into the when we get our act together. You can go into the Northern Lights and kind of disappear into that vibrant energy field. We have a lot of growing up to do, at least worldwide. Well, for right now, at least. You know, the mainstream media. The more you open up, the more it looks like a clown network. Basically, it's like junior high or worse. It's just, you know, and the manipulators here obviously are quite. You know, it's you know, we are a Lemurian Atlantean race. There's other connection names you can call us, but we'll just leave it at those two. There's so many different civilizations in the past, I can't connect all of them. We'll just keep it simple. But we are ancient. We're an ancient race that is in the process of growing up spiritually to connect to the universe. And many leaders are going to start coming out into the limelight to tap into the alien energies and allow it to more come into our physical reality. You'd be surprised how much fear is on the alien side. I was actually surprised by that. I don't normally connect. I mean, as I dive further into all this, you know, it feels like even they've pulled back. It's like we're like, hey, come on over. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. It's like, whoa, just go to Taco Bell or something. Do something else with your time. Not all of them are like that, obviously, but it feels like there's a big presence there of like, we're not ready, but man, you're kind of getting in our business, it seems. So, of course, I didn't do a whole lot of that today, but sitting here, basically what I'm feeling is that they can manifest around me, behind me. Of course, people see it in the fourth dimension, see things, you know, zeta energies, but they can manifest themselves to be seen. Obviously, they're not doing it for various reasons, but they can. So, when the time is right, it's not right. Even feline beings can make themselves appear. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, I don't think I did, but during the day, I was at work, but I got a vision in my mind, like you're standing in the middle of a road, you know, with no cars, and you see like a feline presence down the road. That's what I was getting a presence of. I was getting that vision in my mind. A feline humanoid being was just looking at me. Didn't say anything, nothing, just... I didn't see this in the physical, I just saw it in my mind, just to give you... It was quite there for quite a long time. I don't know if it was nice or negative. It doesn't really matter. It's just like, because even the ones that are negative can be quite, you know, they can tone down their BS basically. It's like talking to the Crips or the whatever, the Bloods. You know, you can still have a conversation with them, even if they want to kick your ass or whatever it might be. The aliens are a little bit not as extreme. Of course, some of them can be, but either way. So yeah, alien beings, obviously the ones that are causing difficulties, are giving us their information, their energy. They are wanting a great deal from us, our adolescence, but also we are experiencing their adolescence. We're experiencing their childishness too. So I don't think it's just us. Like those in the news media, I think a lot of them are channeling those and manipulating them. Now, as a human, you know, you're going to have some kiddish, childish stuff already. That's normal. But it's like a combination of the person and the manipulator programming that person. You're getting like childishness from both of it. You just are. It's just, they show it when, you know, CNN's a good example of it. But there's others. It's just, You know, even that properness, it's kind of like, you see the morning show, it's like such a joke. It's like a comedy show. It's like, what? It's like, is this the Twilight Zone looking at that stuff? You know, they're all sitting there morning shows, they're all dressed up in their nice clothes, and they talk properly and all. It's just a bunch of nonsense. So it's have like a kid-like of mentality of where they're talking, because they want to connect with everyone. And last thing, they want to offend them. Megyn Kelly offended a lot of people apparently with blackface, but so it's like going. Yeah, we're going to go into a time now. I wouldn't worry about the government and all this shit. I mean, the government can only stop so much. I mean, what are they going to do? They're not that. I mean, spiritually, they can block you and stuff like that. You know, but you know, when you bring some, like, if you do this is where we're going. Like, let's put it this way. Like, you go to a morning show, and it's like, I can manifest an alien for you guys if you want. That will be in the future. I don't know if I'll be, I don't know. They'll do whatever they want. There'll be a time when that does happen. And where a being will appear. That's what I'm talking. I'm just talking here, and you might see somebody pop up behind me. So you never know. That day will come eventually. Who knows when? But we got a while for that apparently. But you know, that will come a time where you can not just channel the being, but you know, when they just start to, you see like a hologram or something like that of them appearing. All right, so we're going to go into various different connections here. The feline energies here are, you know, they feel like they rule our planet. They have the right over all other species. The reptilian, they kind of have a connection. You know, they all kind of work together. So yeah, the I mentioned this yesterday. They have, you know, the Archon. Oh, that's right. I was going to do alien disclosure. I completely forgot. See, I can't remember shit. So anyway, we're just gonna, yeah, the Northern Lights kind of was talking to me. So, and this has lots of connection with that. So like, think about the Northern Lights around the Earth itself, not just in one area. Can be manifested, but we have to change our vibrations. We got a long ways for that, but it can happen. Where it starts to appear when we get out of the hissy fit that the reality is going through. So it can happen. To go back to, yeah, the felines, the Nordics, they all kind of have like their little departments of how, maybe that's not the best word, but they all have like their little, they're all connected. Like, think of like a, you know, they all have like the ones that are manipulating our society have obviously their own, their empire, combined in multi-dimensional or multi-empire, whatever you want to call it. I don't have a word for it. They'll give it to me eventually. Well, they all kind, and they do bring, they allow, you know, they're not friendly, but they're neutral. So they'll allow more of the friendlier beings to come in. It's like, what the hell do you want? It's like, you know, that kind of shit. It's like, we want peace for humanity. Get lost. So, or it's like, you interfered with our ships yesterday. What's up with that crap? You know, the bad ones are telling, it's like, you know, we were trying to make it rain in Switzerland or something, and you guys interfere with that. What's up with that? You know, that shit. You know, that kind of alien type of talking is what they're going through. So, yeah, the reptilians are the ones that use like the technologies to get into our brains and screw up. The archons are like the most biggest tricksters of them all. They're like, you can't know what the hell they're going to do, when they're going to appear, who you're dealing with. They might, just show me an image of an archon walking around as a man turning into a woman, turning into a frog, turning into whatever else as he's walking. So, you know, have fun with that one. Yeah, those are fun ones. So, they're not, sometimes they don't talk, sometimes they do, whatever they feel like. They're, I think they mostly stay quiet when they're connecting to other beings. They go into your mind and they tell you what they think, and then they leave or something like that. So something around those lines. Yeah, there's many combined motherships of Archon, or Archons don't really have shit. Oh, they can, doesn't matter. But the malevolent ones all have, the other little motherships are all connecting, obviously. Some are underground, some are, but I believe a lot of them are actually in space for various reasons. But either way, they're still running our society, so it doesn't really matter. They can be on another freaking universe the way they're acting. So, I mean, we kind of play by the book. You know, we're not that hard to manipulate when you really think about it. But we are getting more assistance from Palladian energies, Arcturians, Sirians, etc. It's like even the ones that are helping us, you know, they have to be prepared to help us. You know, they have to be like a couple of timeline, like a couple of years ahead of us to know how to handle us when we start to change. It's like if you become more connected to your guides, so they can talk to you, so they can know who the hell you are. You know, I know it sounds weird, but so they can, you know, reach into your energy field a little bit more. Cause right, you know, so they don't scare you and stuff like that. Especially if you have like an insectoid being that's, you know, it's like there's a lot of weird stuff out there that I usually filter out. But yeah, like the insectoids, not all of them are bad. They're all good positive ones. But who's ready to talk to an insectoid guide right now? You know, well, you never know. But the ant beings are pretty prominent here. There's actually a lot of insectoid energy alien here that is not mentioned for various reasons. I've channeled them here and there. I can't channel everybody. I gotta give myself a break every once in a while. But yeah, insectoid energies are construction. Even connecting to Mother Earth, keeping the Earth, you know, healed, and doing a lot of weather healing and manipulation, depending on who you're connecting to. So, a lot of the reptilians say the insectoids are disposable. Shit, and they don't like them very much. So yeah, because insectoids do whatever they feel like. They don't listen to anybody. They'll do if they agree, but they do whatever the hell they feel like. So yeah, the malevolent ones, basically, only reason I'm bringing that up is to give more clarity. It's like, you know, you heal the dark to go into the light. You know, it's like you can avoid the dark all you want, but sometimes you gotta have a conversation with it. I mean, you want to get out of this or not? Because you know, if you want to, I mean, you heal your own fear basically. And obviously, mainstream human doesn't even believe their own psychic abilities and all this stuff. So it's like, gosh, jeez, it'd be another 10 million years at this rate, but you never know. Alien energies are getting stronger. They are maturing with our society to be more seen here, known here. But basically, they're helping us recognize their energies here, little by little, like the horse beings, and it's like little by little. They gotta just see what we can handle, what we're allowing. They do say expect more Palladian energies too. You're at least feeling their vibrations, not necessarily seeing them. For right now, you gotta be careful what they do with timelines and all that. There is a timeline where they can be seen here. Obviously, we're not there yet, but not by ship, but personally, you know, more people are awakening to that, allowing it. Some people just want to see insectoids. That's awesome. And when I connect to insectoids, I see like 70s music and disco, so have fun with that one. I don't know where the hell that came from. Well, I guess you can see a lot of people are dancing are kind of like insect type people. I never thought about it that way. Yeah. So you can move around and all that. Well, insects are very athletic when you think about it, so makes sense. I mean, like a cow or a elephant, they're not very athletic. You know, they walk around, but insectoids, they're everywhere. They're there, da. So that makes it's pretty funny. Otherwise, yeah. So your insectoids, and yeah, I can say also insectoids goes to your athletes. So having insectoid energies to be very athletic makes perfect sense. You know, there's one thing about insects, and some of them are slow, but usually a lot of them, either way, they're still on the move, no matter what, slow or fast. They're always on the move, so it makes a lot of sense. You don't see any like insect races. But you add that DNA, you add reptilian DNA, add Palladian DNA, you got yourself a really good athlete. Let's put it that way. And also, insect is very good for the eyes. Insect energies, at least goes with days. You gotta do this alien galactic stuff, but you know, for your eyesight and all that, even connecting to the different dimensions. Of course, the cats have that. All animals have that, but cats are very in tune to that, definitely. You can say the canine too. The canine for athletic energies, definitely. Canine, and obviously the feline energies. So yeah, you combine all those things for somebody that's athletic. Makes a lot of sense. Arcturians are more, energy based, but they can basically, Arcturians is there to keep the mind clear, basically. Okay, so for alien contact, alien connections, reptilians say no time soon for right now because they're kind of sick of humans and all their bullshit. But they are open to open contact right now. People are scared of them. Godzilla in your face, basically. But they don't really care much for humans in the way they look either, so it's kind of a mutual thing. Now, the positive reptilians are a totally different story, but obviously they don't want to scare anybody. Just, well, we're not there yet, obviously. There will be coming to a time where timelines here where people are become more open to the idea of alien vibrations that you can't connect to it spiritually and even manifest those energies in the physical front. That will happen eventually. Not sure when, but your average Joe is like somebody's walking and they feel like an alien energy is in front of them. Like, what the fuck am I connecting? What did I just see? You know, you hear that here and there, but it's going to become more. Yeah, they're just sort of, they'll show up in the mind's eye, but even there, they'll even show up in the physical here and there. They're, more like a holographic type of thing. Where people aren't, we haven't not quite reached that yet, but it's going to get stronger. And the thinking, like the mainstream media, is eventually that wheel is going to start to die down. Obviously not yet, but eventually it's going to get tired. It's already trying to. It's going after Russia. It's doing that. It's just like a big baby, basically, unfortunately. So, and if they only realize how many government entities are plugging into that, mostly it's CIA. There's other entities, but a lot of it's CIA, of course. Put the mind backwards. They think they're making progress, but not really. They're being rewarded for being stupid, basically. They're actually, those in the media are rewarding themselves to dumb themselves down. That's what I get from that. Well, when you think about it, they're not exactly going forward. They're just there to make a living, but it's not really growing. Not really growing at all when you think about it. Yayo energies. Yayo are part of scientific realities. Obviously all species are, but the big part of the scientific revolution is basically for more technology, alien technologies to be brought into our environment. Palladian has a lot to do with families to cool down the negativity within the family unit, to for people to connect more to their spirit guides, spirit energies, more healing centers. Obviously sports energies are healing. They showed bowling. Those are healing activities. Eventually people will look at things a little bit differently. They just, those are, you go to a bowling alley and meditate. Something like that. Or a beach for that matter. But, they go to these sporting things to just disconnect from reality, so. A lot of spas are connected to Palladian energies, the hot spring type of vibrations. Obviously, the Syrian energies involved very much in the ocean energies, dwellers, of course. A lot of the doctors here are Syrian. Medical doctors or metaphysics. Syrian is a big vibration there. A lot of them are in France area for some reason. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Holistic energies are obviously, Syrians are all over the place. Arab world. Syrians are. Jeez. What it showed me was like try doing. Think about doing an operation with somebody underwater. You're operating on somebody underwater. Actually underwater. because the waters are healing. Makes sense. But you have to be able to breathe underwater. We got a ways to get to that. So yeah, they have variations of changing the water's temperature, even helping the soul person breathe underwater too, by just using your energies. So a whole nother healing energy will be used for that eventually. Yeah, it's almost like you could say technically taking somebody to a bathtub. Of course, you gotta be careful of that shit. So, but you know, well, what happens is that somebody lays into water and then they help them using their vibration, help the person breathe underwater, and they change the vibration of the waters to help heal the auras and all that. It makes sense. Yeah, even warm up the water or cool it down, whatever it might be. But you're also connected to that person telepathically to do that. So if it gets uncomfortable, you already know. You can feel it you can already feel it. That's like so far in the future. Yeah, because even having children under, a lot of people have bathtubs, they have their children underwater and stuff like that. More of that will occur. More of the birthing pains will obviously come to an end. We got a long way. The negativity's got to end here, though. Yeah, just our DNA will be upgraded, but humanity has to get over itself. It's just anger this, anger that, just and that a lot of it's growing pains, as you can see. Atlantean growing pains. Once again, all these problems were back in the old days too. Just think of like somebody was, didn't get what they want, but they can use their abilities to cause a thunderstorm or something like that, and cause difficulties for people. So that's when it really got out of hand, obviously. So this is why most people here are poor. Because if you had wealth, then people would be abusing it as hell. Isn't that the truth of it? It's like you're poor for a reason. You gotta get through your problems. Heal through your situations. And be thankful you are poor. Because a lot of people are wealthy, or probably not everybody, but a good amount will abuse the hell out of it. So there's a lot of connections there. And some people are either way. It's just the idea is also to bring more positive vortex energies into this environment. The negative archon energies is essential for soul growth. The archons do program the felines and other alien beings to cause more chaos here for various reasons. Everybody has their own agenda. All aliens have their own agenda. Pleiadians have an agenda. The negative beings, all felines, the reptilians, all the lower energies of them have different agendas. Like the felines don't want us to know about our Earth's history because of fear they'll wake us up. But as more people connect to more with their abilities and power and not be afraid, you'll see more of your history or your reality more clearly in due time. Let's see, the Arcturians are actually more of a neutral energy, but they want everyone to grow. The reptilians, the Syrians, they're helping everybody grow, helping everyone find a balance eventually. Especially there's a lot of hate towards us for various reasons, let's put it that way. Especially by the reptilians. The reptilians just feel like, well, they have not come out of their, because a lot of them are very childish, and they have not matured. As it depends on who you're talking to. Some of them act very childish, and they're trying to mature through our energies, but they have so much influence here they have trouble maturing themselves. Yeah, they're very powerful abilities wise, but their personality is very childish like. So it's just like Justin Bieber type of thing. Of course he's like he needs a nanny or something like that, but it's not really giving me a good example. Like some of these pro wrestlers can act childish in some regard. That's like a very reptilian energy. So I mean, yeah, they have brawn, they have power, but when you talk to them, they're kind of like a kid to some degree. So they're still growing up, they're maturing still. So they think power is everything, but they're So they're wanting through us how to mature. It's not easy. So, like if you feel like you're matured quite a bit, you know, you're not out to, you know, you can have a conversation without acting like a kid. I don't know that, you know, whatever. You might feel like there's an alien presence around you that's warning from you. And some of them are the lower energies. They're trying to get themselves, a lot of the, they come into, like, you have a very positive being that comes from a positive world, that comes to our world, and it's like, man, I have a lot of darkness. And then become a dark energy. They can. Because they didn't realize how much darkness they have with them. And so they find a way, depending on the being, to filter it out. How do I get rid of this? So a lot of these alien beings are warning, not all, but some of them are warning how to clear out their crap. When they become more neutral and become more, now if they want to mature, then they incarnate here. So a lot of these alien beings that are manipulating us eventually have an incarnation here. Not all of them, but some of them do. It's like, okay, I've had enough beating the crap out of humans all day, and I'm bored. So, they're not really learning anything, so they incarnate here to improve themselves. Of course, obviously, incarnate here is no picnic, but, they know some of them go into drug addicts. That's where some of the aliens, they start doing the reincarnation cycle, where they keep coming in. Well, they just, so, they're aware of that, but some of them just take the risk anyway. It's like you can only grow so much as an alien being, and they know that. When they connect to our world, it does bring a lot of darkness out of themselves. So you have an alien being, like I say, like a reptilian from another, like Draco, come here. They connect to our energy, see that which is like we're like a wasteland of human. Our human race is not. We got issues, so. When a reptilian sees it, like, man, these guys are all fucked up. And it brings out a darkness within themselves. It's like, hey, I can screw around with everybody, can't I? It depends on the reptilian being. But some of them find their own issues and decide to have an incarnation here to face it. Depending. It's like, this is where your problem, like, everything was fine until you came here. And now you got problems. So you can incarnate here to get rid of those problems. Easier said than done, though. Depends on what it is. Like it's an obsession or a drug addiction, whatever. Because aliens get abducted, they're kind of like our stalkers. So even some stalkers, I feel that used to be alien beings. A lot of them used to be greys. some stalkers are Zeta. They're just like they can't connect, and I don't know what to do with that. It's the wall. I don't know if I can cure that ever, but. Stay away from Earth. Let's see here. A lot of Pleiadian energies are getting stronger. The Northern Lights they do give alien energies. A lot of power. The Arctic Circle is a area of manipulation, obviously. I mean, the Arctic Circle isn't what it always seems to be. When you look at a map, you see videos, there's a lack of information because there's a lot of vortex energies around there. So aliens are coming and going, so time gets slowed down there. Different energies are happening there all the time. So that is where the alien governments connect to the Earth, basically, to do their bidding, their programming, whatever it might be. The Mother Earth shoots off, pushes a lot of aliens away. Like if they have an anomaly or something, if you can push some negative ones away or some positive ones, depends on what it is. Because Mother Earth really has the final say to everything. To a degree, because she does reject a lot of alien energies. Let's see, a lot of younger souls are here learning hard lessons, and things are going to start shifting for more understanding, but the time is not right yet. So a lot of beings that have been very childish in other incarnations are warning to, maturing here is not easy. So maturing is, you gotta have to do a lot of bad to do some good. It's like sometimes they need to get that bad side out of themselves before they can bring in the good side of them. So it depends on the being. I mean, it's like look at CNN. They always like little kids and all that. Just fucking nuts. When are they gonna stop crying? Never. So. So when they start maturing is when all the crying stops. Yeah, they have fun. It's good for ratings and all that, so they keep crying. I'm just using that as an example, but let's see. Oh, yeah, it has a lot of reptilian energies there. Is now the felines are a little bit different. Felines are actually quite quiet, strict, sometimes arrogant, whatever it might be. Just like your typical your soldier that is very not very it's like all business basically. Depending, some of them are snipers. They say they're just very accurate. Being some of them are. So, but you need your reptilian energies. Your reptilians are basically your comedians too. Like, for example, CNN, as stupid as it is pretty funny. I have to admit, it's like a comedy show. So yeah, they might make a lot of stupid decisions, but they're hilarious. Also, they're hilarious to watch. So that's a lot of reptilian energy. Of course, the felines too, but the more stricter felines have no emotions or anything like that. Depends. It all depends, because they think about the work. They don't think about anything else. So their emotions aren't that important to them. The mission is what matters most. At least the military version of the felines. Let's put it that way. But the reptilians that are in, I guess it all depends on the reptilian, but like in military, a lot of them are a lot more cooler down, more easier to get along with, have a messed up personality, might be goofy or whatever. Felines, not always. Some are just very strict and just not easy to get along with at all. It all depends, but usually that's the case. So reptilians are usually kind of the knuckleheads. They might be strict, they might be this, might be rough around the edges, but they're still kind of, comedy show when it comes down to it. So, yeah, they think they have a pretty good sense of humor. So, yeah, even if they are kind of assholes, but, so, some can get really strict, but even there, there's still, all of them have a sense of, the felines can sometimes lose it. Lose their sense of humor and become just like a piece of wood, basically. Very strict, very arrogant, and just like yikes. So some reptilians can be like that, but even those that are very strict can be very humorous also. Sometimes the darkest reptilians can be the funniest. Well, which makes a lot of sense. Like a dark word, like whatever it might be, and just like talking about fart jokes or something like that. So that's pretty funny. So yeah, so this whole thing about good and evil, you gotta just, the more that you're just mutual and just want to disconnect to anybody and not worry about it, the less you'll get attacks and stuff like that. Depends. It depends on the being, of course. Just more that you just want to have contact, connecting. You're not pointing it, oh, you're negative and you're friendly. Maybe I just hey, we'll just have a conversation. Who cares? I think you have more progress that way. Because if you're just judging, it's harder. I mean, obviously, if they're attacking you or causing difficulties, that's different. But the only way really to heal this planet, because you really want to talk to everybody, basically, right? So the UN is very much involved with all of this. They're getting more curious of the alien connections, because some of at least I don't know who's telling me this, but the aliens are getting a little bit worried. They're not used to humans wanting to connect to them, at least in this, I'm doing. I imagine others are doing it too. Trying to bring them into our. So some aliens are panicking. There is a part of the UN where this is becoming interesting. Finally, after all these years. Well, I mean, they've been watching it, but more alien beings are looking to connect to humans. They're getting closer to. I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon, but I feel the UN energies there. I wasn't really looking for that. So there is an alien UN that's not obviously mentioning anything. So obviously they're monitoring all this. Yeah, if there's anything alien out there, it's definitely a UN, for sure. And it's like the CIA too, so whatever. They're all kind of full of themselves in the long run, but yeah, there's obviously not everybody in the UN is going to know about it. Obviously, there's only like a small part, the shadow version of it. I think it's in the fourth dimension, but it does go into the third dimension. People appearing, disappearing, higher levels that nobody talks about, and memories are erased, so you can't remember these certain things for various reasons. But I mean, how would they feel if they were in a meeting and a reptilian just showed up? Yeah, they're not gonna have that. But either way, it's a lot of it's happening in the fourth dimension for awareness with here. So. Let's see, galactic alliances are taking our human race a little bit more seriously. As for alien contact, it's just to keep the vibrations going. It can happen. Some people, at the least expect it, they'll feel an alien energy appear. It's like, I was not expecting that. You know, you might see in your mind's eye, but you might feel it where you can actually see them more clearly. So that's where we're heading. Let's see. I was thinking August. Of course, I got months last time, and nothing ever really. Well, spiritually, things are going to shift. So this year is a connector year, connecting us to more of the fourth dimension vibrations. So one thing I do feel is the media, the mass media, as real as it feels like it's slowly toning itself down, energy-wise, meaning that it's obviously it's going to continue to do what it's doing, but the energies have shifted on it recently. I mean, it's the manipulation isn't as strong as it used to be. What does that mean? Not much right now, but it's just like the massive manipulation around it doesn't seem to be, the layer of it seemed to have downgraded a little bit, which is good. Yeah, something like this. I mean, they're not going to be talking about aliens and all that on TV anytime soon, but eventually they will. There'll be a lot of skepticism, they'll be all crying, but more people will be like, oh, well, we can't connect to it from a metaphysical connection to it. Obviously, nobody believes in their psychic abilities, even if they use it every day. I mean, they use their intuition every day. My intuition tells me that psychic abilities aren't real, but yet you're using your intuition to connect with that. Make no damn sense. It's like the backwards planet has spoken. So yeah, we're just now, yeah, all these beings have caused difficulties for us, you know, archons, felines, you know, reptilians, etc., etc. You know, we're going to start seeing, not sure when, but their schooling, their point of view, if you want to see it, little by little. Not going to do it. Yeah, it's like, why don't they like us? Why they're doing this? You know, everybody has their reasons for it. It's like we have to get over ourselves, heal ourselves to go more fourth dimension, fifth dimension. We have to. We're being tested too, but they're being tested also. It's not just us. Our angels and guides are being tested, but the beings are being tested too. So it's like, because we test them, we're not aware of it, but we do. Astrally, whatever it might be. You know, we kind of make a connection, a partnership with these alien beings that you want to make a connection with. So astrally, let's put it that way, you're making that connection too. When you do have a physical connection with them, it's like, I remember you. So instead of being spooked out, so the idea is to have that as a balance instead of you just freaking out. Some people need to freak out. Some people will enjoy it. They might say they don't, but they do. It's one way to remember. So it's always going to be that stuff, obviously. But we are going to a time of not sure when, but basically more people are becoming more comfortable with it. Let's put it that way. Yeah, eventually when they start manifesting, you can actually get proof of it. Like a picture of it. Of course, people think it's fake, but people that experience it, when they talk about it, you know they're telling the truth. Obviously, we haven't reached it. I mean, if you stage all that, you have to put a lot into it. It's not worth it. So we're either way, it's going to start. That wave is good. We're in the early stages of that to occur. Let's put it that way. Once again, I do feel that some of the alien beings, not all, are terrified of this. Palladians aren't so much, but they kind of have. No, from what I feel from the Palladians, they're bringing alien energies in that aren't prepared for it. To get them prepared for it, like while I'm talking or whatever it is, you know, it's like bringing alien beings like other Palladians. Like we're schooling other Palladians, or they're schooling us, we're schooling them, and more of them is like are, you know, we're just as messed up as they are. As for contact wise, obviously they have a lot more knowledge about us than we do of them, but we're a little bit we're tricky because we can, you know, we have a lot of knowledge more than we realize, and they know that. I mean, we're in this dense environment. We can mess somebody up really easily. You know, we're pretty difficult people when it comes out. We're still a difficult species when it comes down to it. I might not see that on the surface, but when the world's a wasteland, right? Well, for the most part, depending on how you look at it. Society-wise, it's still kind of crap. Obviously, it depends on where you're at, but you know, we do have places called the slums. If life is so good here, why would that exist? So the idea is to take the slums and upgrade it. Now, even places like the slums, like the ghettos and stuff, you'd be surprised, or like with the gangs and all that, how psychically aware those people are. They just don't. They use it all the time. They're just not always. You know, I imagine they see shit. So everybody, you know, it comes from the least likely places is where these people are actually connected to this stuff. So they say, hey, I've been seeing insectoids my whole life, and I always thought they were demons. They're actually aliens, you know, stuff like that, you know. It's like, I mean, this stuff's going on, you just don't hear about it. So, we are going into a time of awareness for sure. Without fear, you can have fear if you want it, but that's the thing. All of this is about healing the fear. That's what all this is about. It's just, yeah, it's just basically getting us used to the idea of we're not alone here, and connecting to our spirit guides and our higher dimensional selves, and everything's come through more clearly. So, all right. Hopefully it's helpful. Yeah, and we'll be back tomorrow with a webinar. So, jeez, okay. All right, much love for everyone, and take care. I don't know what's on the phone. Okay, take care. Much love.